Hi, I'm Katie Fletcher. I'm an occupational therapist at Emerge Pediatric Therapy, and today I'm here to talk to you more about different ways to incorporate handwriting at home with your child this summer. There's lots of ways to really easily implement handwriting in your daily practice, even for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes it can seem like a really daunting task, so I'm here to just give you 5 quick and fun games you can incorporate with your child. The first thing I recommend trying out with your child is making a list. You can practice this by really creating a list of anything. You can make it educational by listing out different types of animals, parts of the body, types of planets, parts of a tree or a flower. You could also pick out their favorite topic like superheroes, types of cars, vehicles, or characters from a favorite story or movie. You could also even make a list of different things you might pack to go on a trip. So if you were going to go to the beach, what things would you take with you? So it also can be a great way to work on some of those planning and executive function-based skills. Another idea for working on handwriting at home is to do a roll a dice story. I love doing this in my own treatment sessions with my clients. All you need is a piece of paper, 1 dice, and a pencil. You're going to take turns with your child writing a story. So the number that you roll on the dice is the number that you're going to use of words to figure out to add to your story. So there's lots of twists and turns since you're taking turns to add to the story. You might be starting a sentence, finishing one, starting another. So it's a great way to work on the parts of a sentence, grammar, punctuation, all of those areas, as well as addressing ideation and thinking about a story creatively. Another activity to work on handwriting is to practice doing a scavenger hunt. You can do this at home, indoors, or outdoors. One way I like to kind of structure my scavenger hunts in my treatment sessions is to kind of give them an idea of different types of things to look for. So I might number them and say to look for something in the house that's soft, squishy, wet, cold, hard, using different colors such as blue or gray, something that's round, something flat. So to look to all these different items and kind of locate them and write them down. It's also a great way to work on attention skills, spatial awareness, and also it's a multi-sensory activity to kind of look for different types of items with various sensory properties. So a really fun and movement-based handwriting activity. Another activity could be working on having to guess a person, a place, or a thing. So you might think of something and then give them different clues, or they can ask you questions, and once they guess that, they can write it. Another way to kind of increase the challenge of this is to encourage them to write a sentence using that word as well. Another activity I recommend trying out at home, especially if you have a child that loves to help you cook or bake, is to encourage them to write their own recipe, or you can take a recipe they like to make and have them copy the steps or think of all the steps they would do. So it's a great way to also work on practicing number formation, making a list, following steps, so all those executive function skills. You can always expand to make them write longer sentences, shorter ones, practice adding punctuation and things like that. You also see here that I used a dry erase board. So when you're doing your handwriting practice with your child, you're not limited to having to use paper. Think about using chalkboards, dry erase boards. If you don't have lined paper at home, you could take a straight edge or a ruler and create your own lines based on your child's needs. So there's no limit to having to work on handwriting on just paper alone. You can get really creative with these activities. If you have any questions about handwriting, or if you're concerned about your child's handwriting development, definitely reach out to an occupational therapist here at Emerge to see how we can help support that. And if you have any other questions, give us a call. Thank you.